undefeated early in his professional career. He stands at 1-0, fighting out of Grand Blanc, Michigan, presenting Anthony Bain. And the referee in charge of the action, gentleman Dan Mergliata.
Let's get things going in the featherweight division. It's Mario Navarro versus Anthony Bain. Mario Navarro is in the white trunks. Anthony Bain is in the black trunks. The bell in round number one.
Navarro, you can see 6-inch reach advantage. That's hard to get around if you're fighting from the outside.
Sixth pro MMA fight for Mario Navarro. His first under 100, I beg your pardon, over 135 pounds where he spent his career. 5'11", that's massive for 135 pounds. No trouble making weight, Jimmy. Weighed in at 140. Bain weighed in at
good right. I think that stunned Bain.
Bain now with the body lock. Bain weighing in at 141 and a quarter. Bain looking for a suplex. Winds up on the bottom.
He did not like getting hit with that right hand. Immediately changed strategy. Went for the body lock, but did not turn his hips properly with that trip.
Left hand from the top position by Navarro. Holds the rank of brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. There was a big elbow strike there, and now takes the back. Both hooks in.
Got good position here. And this being the taller fighter, so much easier to stretch a guy out. Putting those hips in. He's in big trouble now.
Navarro looking for a first-round submission win in his Bellator debut. You see that choke is more of a smother.
Yeah, it's on the chin, not underneath on the neck yet. Bain looks all right, but I've seen guys tap to this before. Now, what Navarro doesn't want to do is burn his arms out on a choke that's not going to get a finish. See him here cranking the neck.
Anthony Bain playing all defense. Navarro going hard for this rear naked choke finish. Still does not have it sunk in on the chin. Just sliding down though, Jimmy.
You put pressure with the hips to take the pressure off your arms.
Submission escape from Anthony Bain.
He's still in terrible position though. Body triangle still locked.
Navarro taking the back. Again thinking rear naked choke. Reminder, this fight and all fights tonight under the unified rules of MMA, elbows to the head are allowed. It's a sneaky right hand by Navarro. Navarro again going back to a rear naked choke. Couldn't find it on the first attempt. One hook in.
The thing about the body triangle, it tends to keep you a little bit high. It can be difficult to flatten a guy out with the body triangle, and sometimes it's hard to get rear naked because you're a little bit higher in the body triangle than you are with the traditional hooks.
Interesting, Jimmy, body triangle, but not a locked body triangle. The leg is over across the waist, but not hooking in with the other leg.
It was before, it isn't anymore. Trying to punch his way out of a rear naked, that's not going to get you out. Bain needs to turn his body and get out of this position. You can fight off the rear naked over and over again, but the guy will go back to it if he's on your back.
Bain finds himself in this position again.
Now he's turning at the right time now. He's got to get that left shoulder out, and he'll end up on top.
Nicely done again by Anthony Bain. Defending two rear naked choke attempts from Navarro in this opening round.
Navarro's in a good position to get a triangle, though, from here. Has good wrist control. Bain pops out.
Big shots now, posturing up as Anthony Bain. First real offense we've seen from him in this opening round.
The question's got to be, did Navarro waste a lot of gas going for these submissions that didn't pan out?
Those shots are getting through.
Now Bain's turning it on.
Another big right hand.
Good armbar position here. Bain's able to get that elbow out, though.
Navarro had the arm, was looking to go belly down, couldn't do it.
This is where his body type is working against him. He's crowding him. He's got long legs. They're crushed up against his head. He's not able to push him off.
Bain was just complaining to referee Dan Mergliata. I'm not sure what about. Possibly in the up kicks, but that's legal because Bain was not grounded.
Going for the armbar again.
See Bain throwing the elbows, Navarro throwing up the armbar attempt.
One problem Navarro's had so far is he's not chain grappling. He's not going from one submission to the next, not armbar triangle. He's just thinking one at a time.
Navarro very active on his back. 40 seconds remaining in round number one. Bain stacking Navarro. Up hammer fist from the bottom by Mario Navarro.
Like I said, having long legs is great. Great submissions from there. The problem is when a guy's really putting pressure on you, those legs are pressed against your head. You don't have the scramble room that a smaller guy would have. Trying to set up the triangle again. Not in great hip position, though. Got to control the wrist. Now working for it on the other side.
Entertaining round number one. Mario Navarro twice attempting the rear naked choke finish on Anthony Bain. And it's Bain who finishes the round on his feet. Just listening to the corner of Mario Navarro.
You're not blowing out on that choke. Remember, you're an exciting fighter. Use those hands. Use the fucking hands. What I said was going to happen with the takedown, happened with the takedown. Sit. You have to work into that fight. You can punch and kick him. You can kick that leg. You can kick his body. You understand this? That game, you need to punish him. You have to break him down. He's going to be a strong kid. Don't let him on top and hit you. He could put good pressure. When he puts that pressure forward, we could go underneath that leg to that spinning bar that you always do underneath anyways, right? Don't let him on top of you and fucking pressure.
You see here, this is a right hand that really started the grappling match.
Seconds out.
And then here, Navarro going for the rear naked. Not able to sink it in, but good position on the back. Landed some good shots. But Bain started landing his shots from the top late in that round.
Okay, you ready? Round two. Ready? Round two. Let's go fight.
Our judges tonight is signed by the Mohegan Tribe Athletic Department. Jimmy is signed by, I guess, Bellator Fighting Championship.
Signed by Bellator Fighting Championship. 10-9 Navarro. Bain started coming back at the end of that first round, but I don't think he's able to get out of that hole. I mean, Navarro landed that good right hand, great ground control in the first round, and give it to him 10-9.
Two tall and light featherweights, both making their Bellator debut. Mario Navarro, 6 pro MMA fight, first below or above. Can't get that right. Above 135. It's because he's 5'11". I keep thinking he's coming down, not up.
You know, it's 5'11". Also, what's so strange is both guys weighed in significantly underweight. Navarro 140, Anthony Bain 141. I don't know why they're not fighting at 135. If you're that far underweight, you're not going to compete with gigantic 145-pounders like, for example, Patricio Pitbull, Pat Curran. Those guys are giants.
Bain standing 5'9", very tall. If he were a 135er, gets that takedown. And again, Navarro on his back.
Going rubber guard here.
It's amazing. 5'9" is not that tall for a 45er. It's enormously tall for a 35er, just in that 10-pound swing.
Yeah, very tall for a 135-pounder. Well, guys that small tend to come from that wrestling background. Shorter, stockier. These guys have a different build.
See the cage walk there from Navarro?
One thing, going for the armbar here.
Locking it on, trying to go belly down, and again he loses it.
Now where he's losing it is those transitional positions. When he doesn't get the submission, he's not going to something else. He's not quite scrambling enough. He's kind of waiting for Bain to come back into him. That's why he's eating so much ground and pound.
Navarro, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt, spending a lot of this fight now on his back. Bain comes out of American Karate. He said he thought this fight would come down to who is the better striker, but right now it's who can hold top position. Maybe who can defend the attempts from the bottom position.
You see here when Bain gives him space, Navarro's not thinking about scrambling.
Good elbow there.
Very good. I like this kid. He's putting pressure on. He's got the hometown crowd behind him. For Navarro, you can't be thinking about going to the judges with a guy that's from Grand Bank, Michigan. You're in his backyard, man. You got to finish this fight. Right now, Bain's doing well.
Navarro continuing to throw up those long legs on his back.
But he's not working the armbar to triangle transition. He's getting out, but he's not transitioning to the next thing or trying to create a scramble. Being a little one-dimensional. You can't do that at this level.
Bain just missed with that right, missed with that right. The elbows more than the punches have been effective from this top position for Bain. High close guard from Navarro.
Triangle now.
There it is.
He's got an angle now. So he's pulling down the head. He has to get that arm across his neck. There you go. That's the angle he wants. Now Bain's in trouble.
Triangle fully locked on now. Can Bain again escape a submission attempt? And he can't. There's the tap. Second round submission win from Mario Navarro, who spent virtually all of round 2 on his back.
Bain was doing well in that second round, landing good ground and pound, but as soon as Navarro threw those legs up, got triangle position, that was all she wrote. Good tenacity by Mario Navarro. A lot of arm bars didn't work, went to the triangle. Legs like that, man, it's hard to get out. Let's see if we can get a look at it. See it here, the angle. He cut the angle by going underneath the armpit. Couldn't reach the leg, went under the armpit, and he had faith in the triangle. He didn't try and transition too early, which was a mistake a lot of guys make. Pulled him in, went behind the kneecap to cinch the head, and that is all she wrote.
Mario Navarro, a regular training partner of Razor Rob McCullough. That was a very gritty and determined Razor Rob McCullough-like performance for Navarro.
It certainly was. It certainly was. And, you know, he took some shots on the ground, but he stayed with the program, able to get the triangle. He'll learn a lot from this fight. This was a tough one. Anthony Bain came to bang tonight.
If by chance you're brand new to MMA and you wonder how can you be winning on your back, well, look at Navarro. What, 98% of that round on his back? He gets the sub via the triangle and gets the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the tap comes by way of a triangle choke. Official time, 3 minutes, 18 seconds. In your round number 2, the winner by submission, Mario Handsome Navarro.
Definitely kept his composure, relied on his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu base.